Hey everybody, Christy Birchville here. We're continuing our series through the book of Ecclesiastes called Wisdom Squandered. We are in chapter 7 of Ecclesiastes today, and we're looking at verses 23 through 29. Now, if you're wanting to check out any of the rest of the series, make sure you click the link below. You'll find the whole playlist. It's got everything listed there so you can go back and make sure you don't miss anything. Now, today, the verse that we're really going to focus on from those kind of grouping of verses is verse 23. Solomon here is writing and he says, "All this I tested by wisdom, and I said, I am determined to be wise. But this was beyond me." It's such a tremendous statement for him to make because given who he was, given that God himself had granted him wisdom, he was the wisest person ever to walk the earth, right? Other than Jesus Christ himself. And we see him, he's like, I'm testing all of this, I'm doing all of this, I'm determined to be wise. But it was beyond me. If Solomon himself had to say that, how much more do we have to say that this wisdom thing, all this stuff I should know, that's so far beyond me. It's so over my head. I can't even grasp what the concept of what could be or should be. When we start trying to think about what God's done and how we can understand God and the universe, we need to understand we don't understand anything. That's the first thing that we really need to realize. The beginning of wisdom is recognizing the absence of it. And so when we realize that we need that wisdom, that we don't actually have that, that's really where we can start kind of learning through. We see so often we make the mistake of thinking we're so smart, right? We're so smart. We've got it all figured out. We've got this going. We've got that going. And really, in all honesty, we don't really understand anything. God is the one that understands. God is the one that knows. God is the reason, God is who puts all this stuff together because we really can't do that because we don't know and don't understand all these things. That's what we have to realize and come to the place of being, it's okay. We have to humble ourselves. We have to be willing to admit that we don't really know and we have to seek God's wisdom. That's the biggest thing here. Solomon was trying to rely on himself and all the things he was doing himself instead of relying on God and being willing to trust God, humbling himself to trust God, to know and to do more than anything we could do. Does that describe us today? How do we need to be able to trust him more with some things? What are some areas that you found that, you know what? Yeah, God really does know more than me. Let's love to chat about some of that in the comments. Certainly, if you want to know more about the Ecclesiastes, I've written an entire Bible study over that. You're welcome to check out the link to that too. It's called Without Regrets. And look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow as we discuss the next step in the next chapter. Thanks.